Hi guys, I'm Ben Kelly from BJK Entertainment Limited. Today, I wanted to throw it the I wanted to throw it to the crowd to ask any questions that people may have. For those that are watching the recording, I have an email address bkelly22001@hotmail.com. Feel free to email me questions, or my number is 075 840 70865. Feel free to text me or even call me. So anyway, over to the crowd. Who has a question around entertainment or events in general to setting up or what's needed, etc., etc. I'm open to any kind of question. Laura.
I think I need your top 3 dance floor fillers.
Dance floor fillers. Okay, I'm going to go backwards here, right? So the end of the night, I've had the time of my life because it is hilarious watching people try and do the lift. Yes, absolutely. Everybody's hammered and they actually try it, and obviously they can't because they're not trained. But I do it in a safe way that I make sure that it's actually not people are not too drunk and stuff. Middle of the event, we're gonna go with Sweet Caroline because everybody knows it, and like at the right time, played at the right time, people are literally just there. They've had a few to drink, and they just merry, and it just joins in. To start the event, I'm gonna go with something Motowny, and I'm gonna go Through the Grapevine because everybody knows it, and it's exactly that, Laura. It gets people heads wiggling, and it just starts off the event. Not every event, but at the right crowd, it just works. Anymore? Oh, Tina?
What is the smallest event that you've done? So like the fewest people, and then the largest event.
Believe it or not, it was actually an adult event. So it was a birthday party and only 15 people turned up. And the largest event was a wedding that was over prescribed, as in they had two people that they had told me 150 people were going to come, and actually 200 people turned up. It wasn't a problem because the venue had the capacity, but this is why I always make sure that they are that they understand about the capacity and the fire procedures and stuff, and make sure it's safe.
Thank you.
Dill, did you have your hand up?
Okay. I think you're unique, Ben, in that you are a DJ, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, but obviously you have disabilities.
Yeah.
When you are instructed, well, when you're hired, instructed to do a gig, shall we call it, and you turn up as you are, what kind of reactions do you get? Those people that don't know you have disabilities, what kind of reactions have you had?
I will take it from today's gig. Actually, I've got a gig in a school, in a junior school, in Nuneaton, and that is from it's just a normal school disco. I'm guessing it's going to be Christmas disco. They had no idea, so they engaged with me. Now that I normally go with my helper, turn up and just set up, and then but over the phone or email, I always explain that I'm disabled in a wheelchair because of access issues. I have to check access issues. I haven't got my usual helper today, so I've got to think outside the box. So I've engaged with another company to deliver equipment to the venue, to set up for me so I can just literally be in and out, so I can get back from my helpers tonight to help me to bed. It's about being off the cuff, and it's about, just like we were saying earlier about how people connect with you. It's about being open and honest from the start and being approachable.
That's great. Thank you.
I just want to say I love the way that it's all going to be set up, and you're just going to arrive like celebrity DJ to do the gig and then kind of go again, and everyone else will clear up after you. It's fantastic. Very Simon Cowell, Ben.
Well, I wouldn't want to be Simon Cowell. Maybe David Guetta.
Okay. Sorry, I think
Um,
that's the question.
The reason why I've done that, and yes, it means, I don't mind saying this, it means working for nothing, because the fee is going to be for the hire, but it's about the bigger picture for me. I always like to try and keep with it. I like to keep my customers so they reuse me. So it's always now about the bigger picture. Being 10, nearly 11 years in, it used to be about me and what I do, but now it's about other people and about helping it happen, and making it as best as I can. Anybody else?
Sorry, Ben, just coming off the back of what you've just said, and also when you obviously you're playing at a school, you know who's going to be there. There might be like other children. Well, obviously there's going to be children there, and then they might go home to the mum and dad and said, "Oh yeah, that DJ there, he was really good." And guess what, mum, he was in a wheelchair. And then you don't know where your next customer's coming from.
Exactly that.
And all as business owners on here, we need to act, and I'm sure we do act in a certain way that you don't know who you talk to and where that can lead to. So you just don't know where your next customer's coming from. So it's best to just be, your normal self, your personality, being open and honest, transparent.
I've always championed being authentic. I am who I am. I can't get into where I can't get into. I don't do what I can't do. Darren, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, and by the way, respect to you, my wife's wheelchair bound, so I understand it, and I'm disabled myself and have amputation, so respect to you.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, what is the largest party you can do? Because I've got a lot of contacts in catering, so we help host events up to 2,000 people. So, what's the largest event that you could facilitate for it? No, I'm going to say, because obviously if I get somebody saying that they want somebody to do that for them, at least then I can bear you in mind for that and know what you can go up to.
Yeah. For me personally, I'd say 200, 250. But it's more about the venue that you use, not about me and my equipment. It's about how many people you can legally get in. But the sound system will go up to 250. I also give out gigs. I help get people, singers, bands, comedians, etc. It's going to be more about the actual venue space rather than the sound equipment. It's got to be safe.
Of course it has, yeah. I mean, obviously, any event that I've ever helped in over the years, we always make sure that's looked at first. So yeah, and where can you travel to? I mean, can you do a certain distance or?
Yeah, so in the pre-pandemic, I used to go from Staffordshire to Somerset, and I'll do what I can in that area. But then I press reset in the pandemic, and I now networked over the pandemic with lots of other entertainment. So if it's out of that area, I will give it to people that I know, like, and trust to do that party on my behalf.
Yeah, wonderful. That's good to know.
We've got time for one more question. Did Stella ask hers yet?
It was just about the venue. So do you know, do you decide when you arrive at a venue if it's the right one immediately, like from outside, or do you wait until you get inside? Because sometimes, you know, you just have a feeling that no, this isn't the right place, or
Yeah, I'm sorry for missing you out. I didn't
that's
realise
all right.
that you were indicating. So I get a feel for it. I will play wherever, because that is what the client wants. I will go to my current event that I'm doing once a month for a group of disabled people. So they are going from a hotel and a they're going from a hotel and they're using the playhouse in Stratford. Yeah, in Stratford. So, but I they will do the hotel, but it's very corporate. Everybody is a cash. It's a card bar. All the people that are there don't use cards. They haven't got the capacity to use cards, etc. But the playhouse will absolutely do whatever they want. And the more important thing to me as a disabled person, it's more airy, more vibrant. There's 3 members of staff rather than an army of 10, and it's more a personal service. With the clientele that we've got, it needs to be tailored to individual people that are there.
Thank
I hope
you.
that answers.
Mhm.